Hi, everybody. Hope you can hear me. If you can hear me all right, if just drop a little note there in the chat window. This is Eric Cohn from SnapStream here in Houston, Texas. As you can probably see right alongside me is my colleague, Michael Bowie, who's leading up our Volicon support team here at SnapStream. Today's session, as you're aware, is transitioning your Volicon support to SnapStream. What we're going to be doing during today's session is going over the Volicon to SnapStream transition process, talk a little bit about our support team here at SnapStream for Volicon products, and a little bit about the why Volicon chose SnapStream as their official transition partner for Volicon contracts. And we'll then go over some of our resources and content that we have available to our to Volicon customers here at SnapStream. If you have any questions at all, just a couple of housekeeping items. If you have any questions at all, there's a chat window there on the bottom right of your Zoom application. Just hit the chat button. You can chat directly to me, or you can chat to the whole group if need be. My email is right there on the bottom, eric@snapstream.com. I'm leading the actual transition process for customers who have Volicon support contracts and want to transition them to support to SnapStream, as well as organizations that have a Volicon system that is currently out of contract, but want to get a new Volicon support contract. We are offering those to you. So we'll talk a little bit more about the specifics there on how we're handling that, but please don't hesitate to ask any questions either in the chat window, or you can email either Michael at volicon-support@snapstream.com or me, eric@snapstream.com. We're here to help you answer any questions that you have at all. So with that, one last piece of housekeeping is we are going to be at IBC next week. If you're going to be in Amsterdam at the IBC show, we'd love to see you there. We'd love to show you some of our broadcast and monitoring functionality that's in the software, as well as the SnapStream software. We're really excited to be out there. It's been a couple of years since we've made the trip to Amsterdam for the show. It's September 13th to 17th. I can't believe we're already in September, but September 13th to 17th, and we're going to be in Hall 5, booth C48. You can go to snapstream.com/IBC to schedule a time to meet with us, or again, just contact us however you'd like to schedule a meeting if you or your colleagues are going to be at the show. We'd love to see you there. For those of you who are new to SnapStream or who have never heard of SnapStream before, I just want to give a little bit of context as to who we are. We're based here out of Houston, Texas. We're proud Texas folk. You'll probably hear me say y'all a couple of times during this session today. I'm not going to apologize for that, but we're proud Texans. We're a small company. We're about 40 of us total, and the vast majority are development and work on our product day to day, making it better and better for our customers and for you know, in addition to that, we have a really an amazing support team that has been that for a long time has been their support has been highly ranked and highly appreciated by the SnapStream customers. So we'll talk a little bit more about what about our team here in just a moment. But yeah, just know you can see where's Michael here on this image.
I'm covering my face on the bottom,
yeah,
right in the middle.
Yeah, he's covering his face. I'm there. I'm in the top left-hand corner wearing the blue and white check. But we like I said, we're a small team based here out of Houston, Texas. So we've been in the broadcast monitoring compliance space for around 15 years now. We've been a little bit more focused over the years on the production end of the industry, but production and monitoring and compliance has always been a big part of what we do. I'm sure pretty much everybody who would be on this call today has seen a room like the images you're seeing here, and that you're seeing here. You know, walls and walls of VHS, DVDs if you're lucky, I suppose. Walls of DVRs that you might have to juggle or connect out to receiving. If you're familiar with an image like this, raise your hand in the chat. I'd love to see who's dealt with something like what I'm seeing here. But we as a company went into rooms like this and said, there's got to be a better way. And the SnapStream software has traditionally been for organizations that have huge volumes of content and need to be able to search through it. It's not easy to pull DVDs and find the specific date or specific time of the content you're looking for. But with SnapStream, you are able to search very, very specifically for media mentions through thousands of hours of content. I'll talk a little bit about who we've worked for in this space before, but it's also been a really powerful solution in the monitoring and compliance space, because people would need to go back and say, well, what aired on the second on channel 2? Did it go out as expected? Were there closed captionings and so forth? So this is a space that we know really, really well. And because of that, Volicon reached out to us when they announced that they were going to be going end of life to become their official transition partner for Volicon contracts, and we'll talk more about that in just a second. The biggest thing is we really consider ourselves to be a TV company. We deal in clipping, we deal in monitoring, we deal in compliance and watching television, recording television, and searching television. If you need to be able to interact with the with television or with content streams and be able to find a needle in a haystack, or be able to show a compliance record very, very specifically, we're here to help you do that. Just a quick review. We've had a lot of customers over the years that we're really proud of. Just to hit on a few, the Daily Show has been one of our longest customers, and they came to us and had a need to be able to record a lot of television and have Jon Stewart talk, be able to crack jokes about things that happened 10 years ago and things that happened, one day ago, and they wanted to be able to search the content just the same. And so we built a solution for them that did just that. United States Senate and BuzzFeed and White House and pretty much everybody in late night across the board uses us to be able to capture, search, and clip the content that they use to create their segments. Now, when it comes to our Volicon support team, I wanted to really just quickly show you a quick slide here. This is our support team in total. For those of you who've used SnapStream in the past, you've talked to one of the people here at the table. When Volicon announced they were going to be going end of life, a lot of their team, unfortunately, were either placed at a different department or found new positions. While SnapStream has actually built out our support team to be able to handle not only SnapStream's support needs, but Volicon's as well. And I'll show you in our next slide here that we've worked hand in hand with Volicon on this. Our team, if you look on the bottom right-hand corner, has been up to Boston working directly with our friends over at Volicon to really dig our hands deep into the Volicon product so we know it backwards and forwards. I'll let Michael talk in just a moment about really what that means and how that relationship with Volicon has worked. But this is something that Volicon is really, really happy about. They're happy that their customers are going to get the opportunity to continue to use their hardware for a longer life. And they're also happy that they know that their customers are in good hands with SnapStream. They've vetted us. They know us from years of competition, as well as friendliness as well. So they know that SnapStream is going to be able to support not only their customers, but their hardware and software as well. So a quick overview of how our Volicon support is working. please, by the way, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to add them into the chat window or email me at eric@snapstream.com. I'm happy to answer any questions about anything I'm talking about here. I know I'm covering quite a bit quickly. So if you have a contract with Volicon right now, you can transition that Volicon contract over to SnapStream by signing a consent agreement that Volicon would send you. Now they're very encouraging to this. They would like to be out of this business, so they are definitely looking to get these consents out and get the contracts transitioned from Volicon to SnapStream. Now we'll service that contract for the life of the contract. If your contract is through 2022 or 2021 or whatever it might be, we will take ownership of that contract and support you through the life of that contract. If your system is out of contract, we are offering new extensions for Volicon hardware and software. This is available to anybody who has a Volicon system. We're willing to support that for an additional almost a year at this point, through June 30th, 2020. We'll be able to support that system, this hardware and software, for up to a year. That would go directly through us. You wouldn't have to get a consent agreement sent from Volicon to transition any sort of contract or anything like that. One of the great things is that Volicon has been really helpful in providing data and context on these systems. So we have the previously closed deals. So we will quote you in almost all circumstances a support extension that is at the exact same rate at which Volicon had previously quoted you, your most previous quote. Again, that's the vast majority. There's some small exceptions to that, but for the vast majority of customers, it would be at the same support rate at your most recent support extension. And again, you would have essentially at this point about 11 months through June 30th, 2020, to be able to continue to use your hardware, your SnapStream, your Volicon's hardware and software, and be supported should any issues or questions occur through June 30th, 2020. Volicon, as it says at the bottom here, is going to be providing critical bug fixes. That's essentially showstopper bug fixes that come up, and they're also working with us directly as support escalation for 1 year with SnapStream. So if there are any issues that go beyond our current understanding or anything that's specific to the customer that needs to be escalated, that we can escalate that directly to their support team for 1 year. If you have any questions about anything that I just outlined or anything specific to your use case, please don't hesitate to send it via chat or email me at eric@snapstream.com. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Michael, who's going to go over some of the resources that we have available. Michael leads our Volicon support team. Has done an amazing job building out our Volicon support. So with that, Michael.
How you doing today? So I want to cover our team, our support team. We have 9 members, as you saw in the picture before. We're missing one from the picture, but we have 2 members, over 10 years of experience with SnapStream. So we're very familiar with in the broadcast monitoring field. We also have a couple of members around 5 years, and we hired 3 new members to be dedicated Volicon support agents. So the day-to-day is pretty cool, pretty good. So to contact us actually for support, you can just go to snapstream.com/support and locate the Volicon area. You can contact us via phone or via email address. You can locate those on our website. So I just wanted to go over some of the top issues that we've seen so far in the Volicon support area. So there has been a lot of hardware issues, hard drives going bad, power supplies, capture cards, even complete system replacements. So what we've done is we've worked with the original vendor that produced these systems, and we've gotten replacement parts, or we will source them ourselves and get you the correct parts as long as you're under contract. Hardware, it's easy replaceable. You can do these yourself. If a complete system needs to be depot service, AKA sent into the vendor, we can arrange that to happen also. So whatever hardware issues there will be, we'll be able to take care of them. So other things I've seen is operating system issues, virus and malware. So from what I understand, Volicon didn't obey or didn't use the proper techniques to set up their operating systems. You would see like firewalls disabled, UAC disabled. So that allowed things like malware to affect your system. We've seen that happen across the board, systems being ransomware, viruses, malware, to the point that we have to rebuild the whole OS. So we do recommend you use any type of protection for antivirus, firewall, things like that. But we do have a knowledge base that has some exclusions, so you can put on your antivirus or firewall system to exclude the software that needs to run properly. So we've also seen problems with databases, like your closed captioning database or your DPI, GPI, things like that. They can become corrupt. Could be from a power outage, rebooting the system, corrupting the MySQL database. We can help rebuild those also. We've done it in the field as needed. And Windows updates. Obviously, Windows updates are everyone's pain. Things can happen that will affect the Volicon software. I've seen it where it removes services. So the system starts up, but it's not functioning properly because it's missing other services that requires for it to run. So yeah, Windows update, please be careful. When you do perform it, if you have any issues, please contact us and we can do like a quick investigation of your system, see what's going on and figure out what's happening. The next part is signal issues. This is very common in Volicon. You'll get no video, or the FCC changed the over-the-air channel frequency, so you can't tune it anymore, or just all kinds of stuff like that. So changing the frequency is pretty easy. We have a knowledge base article also on how to rescan those channels, and you can do that yourself, or you can contact us for help on that. As far as no signal, I recommend just contacting us. We have various ways to check for your signal, depending on the type of signal. There are other ways you can do yourself, like, hey, if it's an SDI signal, use an SDI monitor, plug it in, or ATSC signal, plug in a TV, see if you're getting it. Or we can swap some settings on the Volicon probes to see if the signal issue follows the cable or the card itself to determine if there's bad hardware. So the next section is playback. There's a common issue that we've seen recently is users are getting logged out after like 1 or 2 minutes, just constantly. That is an actual bug in the software. We have a knowledge base article also to fix that issue. We've seen it so many times, and it requires just a change in one of the PHP files, and then it stops happening. Google Chrome is another one. Later versions of Google Chrome kind of mess up the full screen, split screen PIP experience. Sometimes it's unresponsive, or you can't do anything. So that requires a edit of the JavaScript file. So obviously, like I said before, knowledge base, it's in there. So we posted that too. And previously I mentioned firewall blocking ports and stuff like that. So make sure your firewall or your network settings are all correct. A lot of times you can't get video is because your client system can't talk to the Volicon probes. So it blocks the video audio. So network configuration is important, just like antivirus, like I said before, and firewall. And obviously the last issues, some older users are still using MPEG-2, which requires the plugin for ActiveX and Internet Explorer. I know it's not the latest and greatest. Everyone uses Chrome, Safari, Firefox, but this is what it is. You have to use Internet Explorer and ActiveX. We do have the latest version of the plugin that should work on your system. So if you contact us, we can send you instructions on how to download it and apply it to your client systems. And the last section, I believe, is, sorry, just give me a second, is exporting. Obviously, when you make your clips, you want to export them, use them for other purposes. We've seen a lot of people complain about slow exports, export not available. You can't even click on the button, it's grayed out, or exports just not processing, just sitting there. All those issues involve your CEM, your content export module. So it's usually some sort of communication problem between the CEM and the central server. So if you want to contact us, we can walk you through some steps to check if the CEM is up and running properly and if it's able to access the central server. So pretty much these are some of the things that the top issues we've seen so far while working on Volicon. If you have any questions or need any assistance, like I said, just contact us via email or phone. It's on snapstream.com/support, and we'll continue here through the slides. Oops, sorry. So the next section is the Volicon SnapStream Transition Center. So what do you want to know about how this works? Sorry, just give me, that's, the URL is at snapstream.com/Volicon, FYI, sorry about that. But the Transition Center is here to answer your questions. Like, if I consent to SnapStream or move to SnapStream, what is supported? And you can look at this page and read some of the FAQs, questions, so you get a better understanding of what will happen once you consent to SnapStream. Pretty much, if there's contact information on the right side, if you have further questions, you can contact us or Volicon themselves, but they'll most likely just redirect it back to us. So just contact us and we'll tell you what information you need. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can put it in the chat or email Eric or Volicon Support at snapstream.com. And the last sections I want to cover is the self-help. We've taken all the manuals from Volicon and we've converted them from PDF to HTML to make them more easily searchable and more easy to navigate. Some of these manuals are like 200 pages. So it's ridiculous how large they are, and it's hard to go through and search through them. So we converted them to HTML to make them more easily searchable. So that's really great. And
so Michael, we had a question that said, we've had a couple power outages, and when Volicon comes back after power is restored, it doesn't restart on its own. Is that normal?
No, that is not normal. So if you want to contact us, Volicon-support,
snapstream.com/Volicon.
Yeah, sorry. And we will work with you to take a look at that. Your encoders, your probes should be starting up properly automatically without any interference, and then you should just work fine. Okay, so back to the slides. Sorry about that. The manuals, like I said, are there. They're a great resource for information. HTML is great for searching, so that's why we converted them from PDF. So FYI. And the last section is our knowledge base. So I've mentioned this quite a few times already. Whatever we see in our tickets with Volicon, and we think it's a great idea or a good way to help people self-help themselves. So I want to be able to help you do these things yourself. So when we see something that's relevant, that, hey, this is something that's happening a lot, we're going to publish a knowledge base article for it. That way you can just search for it and like, hey, I can find this information and then I can perform these steps myself. It's a great way to troubleshoot your system more quickly, sometimes if you can't get in touch with us, or just to become more knowledgeable of what you have in Volicon. So it's a great source. The knowledge base gets updated frequently. We write articles all the time. So whatever we see happens in real time, we pretty much produce within a day or two and put it to paper, just so as a resource for you. I know previously Volicon would divulge a lot of this information, and we want to put it out there as much as possible. The more you can help yourself, the more better you can control your system, or support your own Volicon system. So pretty much that's, believe, it on my side.
Great. Hey, I really appreciate everybody's time today. If you have any questions about transitioning SnapStream, transitioning your Volicon support to SnapStream, whether or not you have an active contract, if it's unclear, if you're not certain if you have an active contract, if there's any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Again, we're going to stay on chat until all your questions are answered. There's still some coming in, so we're responding to those as they come in. But please, reach out to us with any questions that you have. One of the big things, as Michael talked about, is that we really we want to be as open, clear, and transparent about this process as possible, and want to make sure that you have absolutely no qualms about the support you're going to be receiving from SnapStream, and understand that it is going to be just as high of a level as you're familiar with Volicon. We're committed to making sure that Volicon customers have an excellent experience with SnapStream support. Our SnapStream team is fabulous, and I'm certain that you'll think the exact same. So please, again, ask any questions that you have, or email volicon-support@snapstream.com, or you can reach me, eric@snapstream.com. Hope everybody has a good day. If you're on the East Coast, I hope you're staying safe. And I really appreciate your time today. Look forward to speaking with all of you. Look forward to working with you here in the near future. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a good day.